Unleashing the Miraculous, the Power of Prayer in 1 Chronicles 4 verse 10. The verse 1 Chronicles 4 verse 10 introduces us to the heartfelt prayer of Jabez, showcasing the profound impact of prayer. This passage is a testament to the power of reaching out to God with sincere requests, highlighting prayer's significance in fostering a deep relationship with the divine. Within the broader biblical narrative, 1 Chronicles 4 verse 10 might seem like a brief interlude in a genealogical record, yet it stands out for its depth. It serves as a pivot, reminding readers that amidst lists of names and lineage, individual stories of faith and divine interaction are paramount. Jabez's story, encapsulated in a single verse, is a powerful narrative of his prayer to God for blessing, territorial expansion, guidance, and protection from harm. Remarkably, God responds favorably to Jabez's plea, illustrating the dynamic relationship between human vulnerability and divine benevolence. Analyzing Jabez's prayer reveals several key elements that contribute to its power. It's direct, specific, and exhibits a profound trust in God's ability to intervene. Jabez's appeal is not just for material gain but also for moral guidance, signifying a holistic approach to prayer. Jabez's example provides valuable insights into the impact of sincere prayer. It demonstrates that approaching God with a pure heart and clear intentions can lead to transformative outcomes, reinforcing the idea that the essence of prayer lies in earnestness and faith. Faith played a crucial role in Jabez's prayer and its remarkable outcome. He approached God with a profound belief that his request would be granted, demonstrating a deep trust in the divine. This trust is a cornerstone of effective prayer, showcasing the importance of faith in the spiritual dialogue between man and God. Jabez's approach to prayer with a pure heart is a lesson for all believers. He didn't just seek God's blessings for personal gain but with a sincere desire for God's will in his life. His purity of intention highlights the significance of approaching prayer not as a transaction, but as an honest conversation with the Creator. The blessings of Jabez are a testament to the power of God's response. God not only granted his request, but did so in a way that exceeded expectations. This shows that divine responses to prayer are not limited by our imaginations, but are aligned with God's greater plan and generosity. Incorporating the principles of Jabez's prayer into daily life involves more than just reciting his words. It's about embodying his faith, sincerity, and pure-heartedness in our prayers. By doing so, believers can forge a deeper connection with God, inviting his blessings into their lives in a more meaningful way. The significance of naming in Jabez's prayer cannot be overlooked. His name, meaning pain, could have defined his destiny. However, through prayer, he sought to overcome this negative inheritance. This act of faith illustrates how prayer can transcend circumstances and redefine our stories. Overcoming adversity through prayer, as exemplified by Jabez, demonstrates a profound truth: challenges can become avenues for divine blessing. Jabez's prayer, born out of his struggle, shows that earnest seeking of God's favor can transform circumstances. The theological implications of Jabez's prayer extend beyond personal gain, highlighting a relationship with God that is interactive and dynamic. It suggests that God responds to specific, faith-filled requests, emphasizing a personal connection over ritualistic practices. By praying for God to bless him, expand his territory, and keep him from harm, Jabez sets a precedent for making specific requests in prayer. This specificity is not about demanding from God but about expressing sincere desires and trusting in his provision. Jabez's prayer challenges modern perceptions of prayer by illustrating it as an active engagement with God, rather than a passive or formulaic ritual. It encourages believers to approach God with boldness and specificity, expecting his intervention in their lives. Humility in approaching God, a key takeaway from Jabez's story, underscores the importance of recognizing our dependence on divine grace. Jabez's prayer, devoid of entitlement, reflects a heart posture that believers are encouraged to emulate in their prayer lives. Jabez's legacy endures as a beacon of inspiration for believers. Through his sincere plea to God, he demonstrates the profound impact of prayer rooted in faith. His story in 1 Chronicles 4 verse 10 encourages us to approach God with boldness and honesty, reminding us that heartfelt petitions can lead to significant changes in our lives. Understanding God's will plays a crucial role in the acceptance of our prayers. Jabez's experience sheds light on this truth, showing that when our desires align with God's will, miraculous outcomes can emerge. It teaches us to seek alignment with divine purposes, ensuring our prayers are not just self-centered requests but also harmonious with God's broader plan for our lives and the world. Comparing Jabez's prayer with other biblical prayers offers deeper insights into the nature of communication with God. Such comparisons reveal a common thread of humility, faith, and specificity in requests. By studying these prayers alongside Jabez's, believers can gain a more comprehensive understanding of effective prayer practices and how they can be applied to foster a closer relationship with God. The transformative power of prayer is vividly illustrated in Jabez's story. His prayer led to personal growth and expansion beyond his circumstances. This narrative highlights how prayer is not only a means of requesting God's favor but also a transformative process that shapes us into better versions of ourselves, aligning our character and desires with God's will. Exploring the promise of divine intervention through Jabez's life offers hope and reassurance. It underscores the reality that God listens and responds to our prayers, intervening in remarkable ways. Jabez's story serves as a testament to the power of prayer to bring about change, encouraging us to trust in God's willingness and ability to work wonders in our lives. Understanding the cultural and historical context of Jabez's prayer sheds light on its profound significance. In a time when names often determine destiny, Jabez's plea for blessing and expansion was a bold request for divine intervention, challenging his sorrowful namesake. Breaking down the language and structure of Jabez's prayer reveals its simplicity yet depth. Jabez's concise petition for blessing, territory expansion, hand guidance, and harm protection embodies a complete dependence on God, showcasing a deep trust in divine providence. Jabez's prayer aligns perfectly with the principles of faith and trust in God, serving as a timeless model. His straightforward appeal demonstrates an unwavering belief in God's power and goodness, encouraging believers to approach God with similar faith and expectation. The psychology of prayer, as exemplified by Jabez, offers insights into the mindset of approaching God with specific requests. Jabez's focused prayer reflects a psychological openness to receiving God's blessings, highlighting the importance of clarity and intention in prayer. Addressing doubts and fears through prayer, as Jabez did, provides encouragement to believers facing challenges. By explicitly asking God to keep him from harm, Jabez shows that acknowledging vulnerabilities in prayer can lead to divine protection and peace. The story of Jabez illustrates that individual prayers can ripple out to positively affect the broader community. His sincere plea for blessing and expansion not only transformed his life but also set a precedent for collective well-being. Similar themes of prayerful reliance on God recur throughout the Bible, highlighting a universal principle. These narratives underscore that, like Jabez, anyone can approach God with faith and sincerity, expecting his divine intervention in their lives and communities. Perseverance in prayer is another vital lesson from Jabez's story. Despite his challenging beginnings, Jabez's persistent faith and prayer led to God's favor. This teaches us the importance of steadfastness in our spiritual journey, regardless of our circumstances. In reflecting on the personal and communal effects of prayer, it becomes evident that prayer is not just a private endeavor but a dynamic force that shapes lives, influences communities, and alters destinies. Jabez's prayer exemplifies the profound impact of turning to God with specific requests.